Hey everyone, thank you for watching. Today's video I'm really excited to do. It is going to be my 9 in 2019 Project Pan finale video. So in January 2019, I chose out 9 products for my makeup collection that I wanted to focus on throughout the year, see if I could use them up, pan them, finish them off, whatever it may be. So I'm going to be sharing with you the finale. I did do check-ins throughout the year. I'll have my Project Pan playlist. Say that 3 times fast. I will have that playlist linked in my description box if you want to catch any more of this style of video, but I'm really excited to share with you my progress, and I will be doing a Project Pan for 2020, so I will be doing a separate video with the products that I chose out and explaining how I am doing my Project Pan for 2020, but stay tuned for that. That will be coming soon. But let me go ahead and jump into the video and I will show you the progress I made on these 9 products. Okay, so this video is coming a little bit late. I have been trying to say it across social media and in some of my videos, but we did have a death in the family on New Year's Day, which was very unexpected, and I did have to take a few days off. My whole upload schedule got a little bit shifted and moved back, and all of that. So this one is coming a little bit late. My next Project Pan video is going to be starting a little bit later than I would normally start a Project Pan video. But, you know, just wanted to let you know, and again, say thank you to everyone who supported during this time. I actually just finished filming the Will I Buy It for this week, which would have gone up yesterday. And that was my first time filming a video in like 6 days. So, I was a little bit like rusty in that video. So hopefully we're a little bit better in this one, and just kind of keeping it a little bit casual today, and yeah, just trying to jump back into the swing of things here and get on with it, because I really knew that I had to get this finale video up. Hello. So the 9 products that I chose out, one of them was this product here. This is from Lancome. This is the Teint Idole Ultra Wear Foundation. Honestly, this is a product that I pretty much didn't really use a lot throughout like the second half of the year. I did a video earlier in 2019, like probably like halfway through 2019, of makeup products that had been dethroned. It was a collab video with Emily Noel, who I absolutely loved. I love that I got to collab with her on that video. I will link it down below if you missed it, but I mentioned that this one used to be like a holy grail favorite foundation of mine, and I just wasn't reaching for it anymore. Of course, in 2019, so many different foundations came out. It was crazy. It was so hard to keep up with everything, but this one, even though I still think it's a great foundation, I just noticed myself wearing it less and less and less, and even though it was in a Project Pan and I knew that, it was still hard for me to reach for it. I'm excited to share what I decided to come up with for 2022, because I feel like I definitely learned a lot. I feel like a lot of my mindset changed throughout 2019, and especially doing the Project Pan and wanting to do something that's maybe a little bit more of a rolling Project Pan. And I feel like each time I've done a Project Pan, which I haven't done a ton, I don't really consider myself a part of like the actual Project Pan community. It's just kind of a fun side project to try to use up some of my makeup because I have so much of it. But I feel like I always learn something from each one that I do. And with this one, I mean, I really learned that my preferences change throughout a year, and with certain products, it's really hard for me to stay hyped and interested in them throughout an entire 12 months. And that might sound bad to some people, and I totally get that, but especially when a part of my job is reviewing new makeup and showing new makeup and all of that, it can get kind of hard to stay focused. So that's something that I wanted to remember when I was picking out products for the 2020 Project Pan. But yeah, of course, like I said, I'll be doing some close-ups so you can see my progress throughout the year. I mean, it was a little bit, and there is, you know, marks along the foundation bottle and all of that, but I haven't really used this one a whole lot anymore. One that I'm pretty proud of this one. This is from Kevyn. This is the Supernatural Concealer, and I feel like I've made pretty good progress on this one. This is a fairly thick concealer. It's very full coverage. You need a very small amount of product, and you're gonna get a lot of coverage with this one. And I feel like I've done a pretty good job. I do like this concealer. It's not one that I would consider to be really hyped up on YouTube. Not a lot of people talk about this one from Kevyn. I feel like they're a brand that doesn't really get spoken about a ton on YouTube these days. I feel like even a year ago, maybe a little bit more, they were definitely much more talked about, but they do have some really great products, and I like this one. Again, sometimes it's a little bit too full coverage and a little too heavy for what I need, so it's not like an everyday concealer. So I feel like keeping that in mind and how little product you need, I feel like I did a pretty good job on this one from Kevyn. So Yay me. I have one that I'm pretty proud of. I did hit pan in this product. I think it was in my first check-in in 2019, but this is from Charlotte Tilbury, the Airbrush Flawless Finish Powder, and I have it in the shade 2. I do like this powder. I did hit pan in it. I continued to progress with this one, so I'm very happy about that. The pan's definitely gotten bigger through each of the different check-ins. I do reach for this one quite a bit. I do really like it. It's a very thin powder. So I mentioned when I first hit pan on it that I was actually pretty surprised. Like, I truly didn't expect to hit pan until, I mean, farther down in the year, but I can definitely see with the formula and just like truly how thin it is that it's probably a little bit easier to hit pan on this powder than maybe it is some other pressed powders. But do still really like this powder. I'll continue to use it up. I can see myself using this fully all the way up, which would be very cool. I don't really do that with a lot of products. I'm very light-handed, and again, I have a larger makeup collection, so trying to rotate through can be a little bit challenging. But yeah, I'm really proud of the progress that I made on the Charlotte Tilbury powder. Another item that I did hit pan in that I was very excited about was this eyeshadow palette from Dose of Colors. This is the Marvelous Mauves eyeshadow palette. So this is a 5-pan palette. Now, I did only hit pan in one eyeshadow, but that was actually my goal with this project pan, was to hit pan in this particular eyeshadow, because I knew out of all 5 of them, this second one is the one that I go into the most. I use it so often. I use it for just like all over the eyes, in the crease, on the lid, underneath the lower lash line. Like, that can be just like a one-stop eyeshadow for me, and I think that it's really pretty. I do like the Dose of Colors formula. It is a little bit more powdery, so especially once I did hit like a tiny little bit of pan, each time I would put my brush into that one, it got bigger and bigger. So again, it'd be really cool if I could use this eyeshadow all the way up. I don't know if I've ever done that in an eyeshadow palette, so that would be a neat thing. And to get a little bit more progress out of the other ones, but that was what I wanted to do. That was my goal with this eyeshadow palette, was to hit pan in that one. And boom, I did it. Next one though, I could not hit pan in, and I tried so hard. And knowing that my finale video was coming up, I'm gonna lose my voice. Knowing that the finale video was coming up, I have been like ruthlessly using this product, because I'm like, come on, I would love to hit pan on this before the finale. And even though I'm filming this later than I expected to, I still didn't do it. This is from TheBalm. This is the Take Home the Bronze Bronzer in Oliver. And I'm just so confused. I don't know why I can't hit pan in a bronzer. I tried to pan the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. That still doesn't have pan in it. I tried to pan that in 2018. I still use it. It still doesn't have pan in it. I don't understand. And this one, I tried so hard every single day. And I even started to like I almost felt like I was kind of cheating, because I was like, I feel like I'm going overboard with like a really dense brush and really like, really gotta contour the cheekbones today. Nothing. I have seen other people pan this. I've seen other people go through this entire product. I know that I'm light-handed, but I am shocked. I am so shocked. I thought for sure these last few weeks here, I would hit pan on this thing. Looks like I'm gonna have another never-ending bronzer to add to my collection. Another product that I feel like I kind of started to neglect in the second half of the year and the last few months of the year is my highlighter from Colourpop. This is the Flexitarian highlighter. I feel like one thing that probably didn't help was that I did release a highlighter collaboration in 2019. I came out with a highlighter with Ofra Cosmetics, and really, that's been my most used highlighter. I especially used it, of course, a ton when it was available, because it was a limited edition highlight, but I used it so often. But even still, like even when I just go out and I'm just hanging out with friends, that is still my most reached for highlight. I love it. I'm so proud of it. I just think it's like the coolest thing. So that is my most reached for highlight. So it probably doesn't help that I had a highlight in the project pan, which at the time that I chose it, I didn't know we were going to be making a highlighter, so there's that. But I really didn't make great progress on my Colourpop Flexitarian. I mean, this is a really beaming, blinding highlight. You need such a tiny amount of it, otherwise it can look overdone in my opinion. So you really just need a small amount. I tried a lot to use it on my eyelids as inner corner, brow bone highlights. I mean, just any other way that I could to use it. Throw it into my travel bags, you know, it's like fairly small, like throw it into a travel bag and try to use it. But I still pretty much always traveled with my March Beauty Word highlighter, so Didn't really make great progress on this one, not gonna lie, but I feel like I had a good reason for that, maybe, in 2019. One product that I did use all the way up, which I'm very excited about, this is from Pixi Beauty. This is the Hydrating Milky Mist. I did do an Empties video recently, so I kind of sneak peeked this one, so if you watched my Empties, you would have already have known that, but I was just really proud that I finished this up. So you could see the marks on the side here and where I started, and then, you know, obviously I used it all the way up. So this has just been sitting on my table waiting for me to film this finale video from when I filmed the Empties video. But I really like this product from Pixi. I would spray this especially on my face after I got out of the shower. I like to spray something on my face after the shower just to get a little bit more hydration in afterwards, otherwise my skin just feels super dry. I mean, it's the same with like why I put on moisturizer. I try to pay attention to my face too, so that's when I really use this up. This one has hyaluronic acid and black oat, and I really liked it. It says it's a youth preserving mist. I thought it was a really good product. I've been a big fan of this one from Pixi Beauty, and I used it all the way up, so proud of that. And then I have two lip products which I didn't do the best on. I don't think I'll be putting two lip products into a project pan again, especially because, or at least two lipsticks. I mean, these are two cream lipsticks, so maybe I would switch up different formulas because I love lipsticks. I love trying lipsticks. I have so many favorite lipsticks that it's just really hard to get through. And I mean, I had a full size and a mini and I still didn't get through either one of them, but okay. So my mini was from Marc Jacobs. This is one of the La Marca lip creams in Slow Burn. And obviously there's still a lot of product left. I was wearing this the other day in one of my videos, and I think that it's a really beautiful rosy mauve shade. I really like this formula. I'm a big fan of Marc Jacobs lip products in general, and I really do like this one. And it's so tiny. And honestly, I would have thought that I would have like thrown this in my makeup bag so often, but I don't know. Gloss also became a thing for me in 2019. I realized that I actually really do like lip gloss, and so a lot of times I wore a gloss, I wore a lip liner paired with a lip gloss, and even though I still like cream lipsticks and I still really like this formula, I just wasn't wearing them as much throughout the year, so that probably didn't help either of these products, both being cream lip products. Probably not a great thing. But then the ninth and final product was from MAC Cosmetics, and this is their lipstick in HoneyLove. This is actually what I have on today with the BFF liner from Colourpop, and I do feel like I made pretty good progress on this one from like I saw when I first held it up in my video in January of 2019 to holding it up now. Obviously I still have a lot of product left. This is a full-size lipstick, but I feel like I'd made a good amount of progress, and I really do like this. I like the matte formula of the MAC lipsticks. And, you know, pair it with, it's a very light nude, but pair it with a little bit of a darker lip liner, either a darker nude, a darker pink, whatever you have laying around, and I think that it's really pretty, and I think that it's a nice formula. So, you know, I'll definitely continue to get use out of both of these lipsticks, but I didn't make as good of progress on them as I think that I would have hoped. But overall, when I look and I see how much concealer I used up the entire Pixi Mist to hit pan in an eyeshadow palette. That was a really big deal for me. I was so excited to share that update in one of the check-in videos. To have that huge pan in the Charlotte Tilbury powder, that had me very excited too. So overall, when I think of my 9 in 2019 project pan, I try not to think of the products that I didn't do as well on, with the foundation and the highlighter and then the lip products. And I try to focus on the products that I did do good on. And again, what I can take away from this project pan and how it'll change for my project pan in 2020, and just kind of the different items that I'll choose and why, and all of that. So I'm really excited to share that video. Stay tuned. Again, that will be coming soon. I thought about trying to incorporate it in this video, but again, I just wanted to kind of keep it separate so I can keep linking back to it when I do the check-in videos throughout the year, and then you don't have to have like two halves of one video. So that one will be coming soon. I hope that you enjoyed seeing my progress. I know I'm not like the world's best project panner. I know, I get it, but I'm still happy with my progress and everything that I did throughout the year and what I learned throughout the year too. So let me know what you thought of this video. Are you doing a project pan for 2020? Did you do one for 2019? And how did you do? Did you pan any products? Did you finish any of them off? Please do let me know in the comments. And as always, if you guys did enjoy this video, I hope that you'll give it a thumbs up. I hope that you also consider subscribing before you go, and I will see you in my next video.